Dwayne Douglas Johnson was born on the 2nd of May 1972 in Hayward, California. Wrestling ran in his blood. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a trailblazing African-Canadian wrestler, and his grandfather, Peter High Chief Maivia, was a Samoan legend in the business. Even his grandmother, Leah Maivia, was a wrestling promoterone of the first female promoters in the sport. But behind the legacy, life wasn't easy. As a child, Dwayne lived a nomadic lifestyle. His father's wrestling career meant the family moved constantly from California to New Zealand to Hawaii, North Carolina, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Everywhere he went, young Dwayne had to start over new schools, new friends, and sometimes new fights. He wasn't always the Rock. As a boy, he was just Dewey, a shy kid who often felt out of place. By the age of 14, he was already 6'4" and weighed over 200 pounds. His size drew attention, not always the good kind. Life hit the Johnson family hard. In Hawaii, Dwayne came home one day to find their apartment padlocked. They had been evicted. His mother broke down in tears, and Dwayne swore that he would never allow himself or his family to live in that kind of pain again. But the hardship didn't stop there. As a teenager, Dwayne began to get into trouble. He was arrested multiple times for fighting, theft, and check fraud. He was spiraling, and his future looked uncertain. Yet a high school football coach saw potential in him. The discipline of sports gave him focus. Slowly, Dwayne began to turn his energy into something positive. His hard work paid off. Dwayne earned a full football scholarship to the University of Miami, a powerhouse in college football. In 1991, he was part of the Miami Hurricanes team that won the National Shattered Championship. But his dream of becoming a professional NFL star was injury sidelined him, and when he returned, his position was taken by none other than Warren Sapp, who went on to become a Hall of Fame defensive tackle. After graduation, he chased football one last time, signing with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League. But just 2 months into the season, he was cut. He returned home with only $7 in his pocket. It was his lowest point. That moment of being broke and lost would later inspire the name of his empire, $7 Productions. Dwayne's father had always warned him against wrestling, knowing the grind and instability of the business. But with nowhere else to turn, Dwayne made the choice to step into the family tradition. In 1996, he debuted in the WWF as Rocky Maivia, a name that honored both his father and grandfather. At first, the company pushed him as a smiling, clean-cut, good guy. But the audience wasn't buying it. They chanted, "Rocky sucks." The rejection was brutal. Instead of quitting, Dwayne reinvented himself. He dropped the forced smile, turned arrogant, witty, and unapologetic. He became The Rock, a brash, electrifying character who commanded the microphone like no one else. His catchphrases, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" turned him into a pop culture icon. By the late 92nd, The Rock was one of the biggest stars of wrestling's Attitude Era, alongside Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker. The Rock wasn't content with wrestling alone. In 2001, he appeared in The Mummy Returns, and audiences immediately noticed his charisma. That led to his first starring role in The Scorpion King 2002. For that film, he was paid $5.5 million, the highest salary ever for a first-time leading actor at the time. But his Hollywood rise wasn't smooth. Many didn't take wrestlers seriously as actors. For years, he took smaller roles, studied acting, and worked on breaking stereotypes. He even made a conscious choice. No longer would he accept just big, tough guy roles. He wanted to show humor, heart, and versatility. By the 2010 second, the gamble paid off. Dwayne Johnson became one of the highest-paid actors in the world, anchoring franchises like Fast and Furious and Jumanji, while also creating family favorites like Moana, where he voiced the demigod Maui Beyond. The fame, there are lesser-known sides of Dwayne Johnson. He once battled depression after football ended, admitting he felt like he had no purpose. He has an unusual party trick, picking up a grape without using his hands, feet, or mouth, a talent he jokes only works with tequila involved. At children's events, he often sings Maui's song from Moana, and even performs his famous peck dance just to make kids laugh. Despite his size and fame, he's known as one of the most approachable celebrities, always making time for fans, no matter where he is. Today, Johnson is not just an actor, he's an entrepreneur. Through 7 Bucks Productions, co-founded with his ex-wife Danny Garcia, he produces blockbuster films and television shows. His company has generated billions at the box office. He's also a businessman, with ventures ranging from his tequila brand Terramana to partnerships in sports, fitness, and entertainment. And yet, he never forgets his roots. He's spoken openly about the importance of mental health, about growing up poor, and about staying humble despite global fame. From having only $7 in his pocket to becoming one of the most influential figures in entertainment, Dwayne Johnson's journey is more than just success. It's about resilience, reinvention, and relentless work ethic. He went from a boy nicknamed Dewey, moving from place to place, to a man whose name, The Rock, symbolizes strength around the world. Dwayne Johnson's story reminds us that failure is not the end, it's just a chapter. From eviction to rejection, from broken dreams to billion-dollar success, he proved that you can rebuild, reinvent, and rise higher than ever imagined. Hard Times subscribe